Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about some upcoming Nintendo Switch games for the year 2024. There's a lot of awesome stuff planned. I kind of cherry-picked a few games that personally I'm looking forward to, and hopefully some of you guys are looking forward to. But without further ado, the very first game we're going to talk about is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. This game is supposed to be released on January 18th of 2024. This game looks awesome. It's like a 2D side-scrolling platforming game, which I would say is a little bit different from what you would expect from Prince of Persia. However, the original Prince of Persia games were 2D, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, you gotta think, this was like way back then. Graphics were completely different. So it's almost like a throwback to that. But I feel like when people think of Prince of Persia, at least probably like the younger crowd, they're probably gonna think of the games that came out, on the Wii? I think it was the PS2, that whole era, the Sands of Time and all those different games. I might have said the name of that game wrong, but that's kind of what I think of when I think of Prince of Persia. I remember playing one of the games on my GameCube, and it was incredible. It would be awesome to get another game like that in the series, maybe down the road, but I always love when developers do something like this and kind of switch the direction of what people are probably expecting. So this game looks pretty awesome. Is this going to be a game I pick up day one? Y'all know I don't pick up a lot of stuff day one, so I'm not really the day one type of guy. Now, Mario games, Zelda games, things like that, those are the games I kind of gravitate towards picking up on day one. So this might be something I wait on, but I definitely want to check it out at some point. It looks really awesome. You guys drop some comments down below and let me know if this is a game that you plan on picking up. Alright guys, next up, dropping on February 14th. Is that Valentine's Day? Aw, guys, we got Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 Remastered coming to the Nintendo Switch. I'm sure it's probably hitting up other consoles as well, but we're not talking about other consoles on this channel. We're talking about Nintendo. Now, guys, these are games I remember playing when I was young. I just said we're not going to talk about other consoles, but we're about to because these games came out on the PS1. And honestly, these games were very difficult. And I just remember the movement and the controls for me, just because I was not good at those type of games, I remember being difficult. I remember just trying to like run and jump and hold on to ledges and stuff, and I just never really got that far into these games, but I remember enjoying them for what they were. Just, you know, I wasn't good. So it's going to be kind of cool to see these games brought back to life over on the Switch. Having that portability is always just something I freaking love about the Nintendo Switch. Hopefully with the next console, they keep doing something similar. We'll see what Nintendo does. That's for another video. But guys, I guess these aren't technically new games. You can play them right now if you got the PS1 versions. But seeing them remastered and just seeing how nice the quality is going to look on modern day consoles kind of makes it new in a way. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. Let me know down below if you were ever a Tomb Raider fan. Let me know if you played any of the Tomb Raider games growing up, or maybe you played some of the later ones, because I think they also released a few on like PS2 and PS3 and stuff like that. I don't know if PS4 ever got any Tomb Raider games. They probably did. They had to have gotten at least one, I would think. Who knows? But once again, we're not talking about PlayStation, although we kind of have to, because this was like a PlayStation mascot. It's kind of crazy to see games like Spyro, Crash, even Final Fantasy, like all these games that were like PlayStation's IPs, like you could not play them on any other console. Now the Switch is like, hey, we can play all the games, and it's just because I think the portability of the Switch. Every company is looking at the Switch like, we want our games there. We know that they're going to sell. A little bit of a tangent on that one, but let me know down below in the comments if you are looking forward to Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 Remastered. I don't know what this is called. Maybe like a trilogy collection. Something like that. And guys, next up on the list, also in the same month, a couple of days after, dang, you'd be spending a lot of money that month if you pick up games on day one. We have Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is like a remake, remaster, reimagination, one of those things. I think a remake of the original game. I think it came out, was it on the Game Boy Advance? Was it on the DS? Someone let me know. I never played any of these games. I feel like it was the Game Boy Advance. I could be wrong though. They look interesting, but I don't know. I'm not really big on like strategy type games. Although with the way the graphics look on this new version of it, I would definitely give it a try. Am I gonna pick it up on day one? Come on now. Y'all know me by now. probably gonna wait till day 2. Just kidding. This will be a game I probably hold off a little bit. I usually wait to find deals. Sometimes GameStop has things on sale, not always. Sometimes you can get stuff on Facebook Market and things like that. This isn't a game I necessarily have to play within the first week that it comes out, unless the company wants to send me a free download code for a review. That would be pretty awesome. I would love to get a free download code. Don't know if that's going to happen, but this game looks cool. Basically, you are trying to solve the puzzle of each level. I think you're trying to get the key and just trying to get to the exit. I don't know, probably very common sense type of stuff, although games like this usually get very, very challenging, you know, the middle to the end of the game. So we will see if this is a game I end up picking up sooner than later, but it does come out on February 16th, if I'm not mistaken. So a couple of days after those Tomb Raider games drop. Are you going to pick up Tomb Raider? Are you going to pick up Mario vs. Donkey Kong? Let me know down below in the comments. Alright guys, although I'm sure there are probably going to be other games coming out from that one and in between this one I'm about to mention, we're going to go and talk about this one. We have Princess Peach Showtime coming out on March 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. Guys, Princess Peach getting her own game. Let's freaking go. I love when Nintendo puts a shine on the individual characters. You've had the Luigi's Mansions, you've had the freaking Captain Toad games, and believe it or not, there has actually already been another Princess Peach game. A lot of people don't really know about this game, although it has started to go up a little bit in value on eBay. That one I believe is called Super Princess Peach, and it's like a 2D Mario platforming game, but you get to use Princess Peach versus using Mario. And honestly, that game is really, really fun. When I first heard about this game, I was like, oh, they're remaking it! That's amazing! And then I was like, wait a second. I watched the trailer a little bit longer, you know, probably 5 seconds in, 10 seconds in, and I went, I don't think this is a remake. This looks a little different, which is amazing. So this looks like a brand new game altogether. There's all sorts of just weird and wacky abilities that Princess Peach is going to have. This game versus like the Mario versus Donkey Kong, I would pick up this Princess Peach game over that one if I only had to pick one. You know, sometimes you want to budget your money and not go crazy every single month when these games drop, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just stoked, like I said, to see Nintendo giving a shine to some of these characters on their own. I would love to see a freaking, well, I was going to say a Wario game. We have Wario. A Waluigi game would be cool. I think there was Waluigi's Taco Stand back in the day. I don't think that was a real game, but hey, maybe it was. I don't know. But then, you know, maybe like a Bowser standalone game would be amazing. What would that even be like? A Bowser? Like, would you just be terrorizing the town, or would it be like Bowser's Puzzles? Like something dumb, I don't know. So I'm excited for this game. You guys let me know down in the comment section. Are you gonna save up a little bit of money and get this game on day 1? I'll probably wait till like week 2, week 3 personally, but you know, it looks like it's gonna be a fun game. Alright guys, next up on the list. Now this game does not have a release date just yet, other than it is supposed to come out in the year 2024, which is why it made the cut for this video. I'm talking Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, I think is what they're calling it. Now if I'm not mistaken, I think this is supposed to be a remake or HD updated version of the Dark Moon game that I believe came out on the 3DS. So, I don't know, is it going to be the same exact game? Is it going to be a little different? Is it going to be something different? I don't know what I'm talking about. No, I think it is supposed to be a remake version of that game. This will be a game, I already have Dark Moon, I've already played it. Probably not going to be picking this up personally, although I can see myself maybe down the road picking up a little Switch bundle. I can see somebody including this game in that bundle, and then maybe at that point I'll play it again. Once again, having that portability aspect of the Switch, although you had the portability aspect of the 3DS, so I don't know. This isn't a game I'll probably pick up for a really long time if I do, but I wanted to mention it just because, once again, it's another standalone Nintendo character game, Luigi's Mansion, and the whole series has been great from the start. I played the most recent one, was it Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch? That was like a year ago now, it seems like. That game was actually a lot of fun. Believe it or not, that's actually the first Luigi's Mansion game I played all the way through. When I played Dark Moon, I never actually finished it. I don't know, I got like halfway through it, and then I was at a time in my life where anytime I started a game, this is when I was collecting games like crazy, I got super distracted, and because of that, I kept jumping into random games, and I just wasn't finishing games. I probably played like 5 or 6 games in a row where I probably put like 4, 5, 6 hours into each of them, and then my brain was just like, let's jump into this. So I still need to go back and actually finish Dark Moon, but haven't done it. Maybe I'll wait for the Switch version. You guys let me know down below in the comments section if you are excited for Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. And guys, the last game I wanted to talk about, once again, we don't have the actual release date, but it is supposed to come out in the year 2024, which I'm okay with. If they want to wait till December 2024, that's fine. Just because Nintendo does take their time with these games, usually there's no issues when Nintendo releases one of their, like, main type of games. So that game is Paper Mario, the Thousand-Year Door, guys. This game is getting the HD remake treatment, whatever you want to call it, finally for the Nintendo Switch. So not only do we get that portability aspect, but technically, if you get this version of the game, you're going to save a little money. And the reason I'm saying that is because the original on GameCube, last time I checked, was worth like $100. It could be worth more depending on the condition. I have the player's choice version, which I don't know if that one's worth less or more. Sometimes those are actually worth more. In this case, I think it's worth a little less. But still, I have the game on the GameCube. Funny enough, I've never actually played through the entirety of the game. That's another game I played a little bit of, and let's get distracted, which I don't know why, but this is a game I thought about going back and playing on the GameCube. And I'm sure some of y'all are like, you gotta play it on the GameCube. You gotta play the original on original hardware. But I'm like, but I really love the Switch. And honestly, if they're gonna give it that HD treatment, I'm just gonna hold off and play the Switch version, because this is a game, I don't pick up a lot of games on day one, depending on what game I'm playing. And this is something that goes on in my head as well. So like, let's say I'm in the middle of an RPG, like another RPG, right? Let's say it's like a 30 to 40 hour RPG. And maybe I'm like 15 or 20 hours into it, and that game comes out that day. I'm not picking it up. I'm going to wait. Just because I'm like, I say this because I just said I was super distracted. I don't get as distracted when I'm playing these games. I'm like, no, finish this freaking game so you don't jump into 30 other games before you go out and buy a new one. So at that point, if I'm in the middle of that game, I would probably wait a little bit. But if it's like my course is clear and there's not another game I'm jumping into right away, maybe. This is a game maybe I'd pick up on day one. I feel like this is a game they would do like a cool pre-order package. It's weird because I don't normally pick games up day one. I don't pre-order games. That's just not my thing. If you do it, that's amazing. Respect. But I picked up Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I actually pre-ordered it. And I wanted to pre-order that game for a couple reasons. One, I really wanted to play it as soon as possible. But two, I was able to get the pre-order package with the cards. Go check out that video if you want. See what kind of cards we pulled. Did we get Elephant Mario? We didn't get Elephant Mario. But, no, I just ruined it. Anyway, so, yeah, that one came with a pre-order, which I liked a little bit more. It would be sick to start seeing more of these, like, trading cards get released with different games. I don't know if we're going to get Paper Mario trading cards, but that would be amazing. And that would probably give me a little bit of a boost to pick that up. So we'll see. Might be a pre-order for me, but this game looks incredible. You guys know the game by now. I throw up some gameplay footage. And if you don't, maybe it's a game you want to check out. It's an RPG. I know RPGs aren't for everyone, but I personally love RPGs. Not all sorts of RPGs, but a good bit, a good mix. So guys, let me know down in the comments, once again, are you going to pick this game up? Also, out of the other games that we talked about, are you going to pick up any of those? And now is the time where I would like a little bit of feedback. So if you have been watching this channel for a while, you are a dedicated subscriber, give me a little bit of constructive criticism down in the bottom. I want to know what you liked about this video. Maybe tell me what you didn't like about this video. Honestly, I would prefer the stuff you don't like about this video. That way I can kind of work on my editing or work on maybe talking a little bit less. Sometimes I get off topic. I can't help it. I want to know. Hit me with some feedback. So if you made it this far, yes, you right there. I need you to comment down below. Just tell me something you liked, something you didn't like, or just something you didn't like. That would also be fine. But I want to also know, what game out of the ones we just talked about are you the most excited about? Is it going to be Paper Mario? Is it going to be the Lara Croft Tomb Raider games? Is it going to be Super Princess Peach, even though that's not what it's called? It's Showtime or something like that. I already forgot the name. Drop those comments. I love hearing from y'all. Hit that like button. Maybe let me know as well. I know you guys got like 30 things now. I gave y'all homework in this video. You got to comment this. Also, let me know if you want to see more videos like this, because I could start doing one a month maybe. Like, hey, these are all the games coming out January. These are all the games coming out February. I just kind of wanted to do something for the whole year, just so that way you guys can have some stuff to look forward to. But I want to hear more feedback. I'm trying to take this channel to a little bit of a bigger level, and you guys are going to help me do that. So I appreciate all the support. Thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button if you really enjoyed the content and you are new here. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.